The Dannies were born deformed from the Chris nation. They were banished to a land nearby. There were lots of Dannies all over the area, so they began to expand their territory. They found other Dannies through trade and presented the idea. The Dannies agreed, and they ended up as an empire with Party Danny as their ruler. The empire is stationed next to the Always Sunny River, though the Avengarians, their nearby rivals, refer to it as the River of Odin. The area has nice soil for crops and mountains surrounding it which act as protection. The area is populated with over 100,000 Dannies. So, Party Danny, what would you say are the benefits of living in your area? Well, I'd say that we're surrounded by mountains, good soil, and a really nice water source. And what about the disadvantages? Well, we're fond of flooding, surrounded by the enemy on one side, and running out of space for all the random Dannies that keep popping up. So, Thick Danny, how would you say you feel about your leader, Party Danny?
Well, Party Danny kind of earned the trust of all of us Dannies in the Empire. He always does what's fair, and since we all kind of think alike, you could compare us to, I don't know, say, communists? But, yeah. Am I done with my question? Okay,
well,
next question. Next question.
I do have one more question for you, Danny. How do you guys make sure everyone has what they need?
Well, we all kind of share amongst ourselves as far as necessities go, but, yeah, we talk about our feelings a lot in group sessions, which I think is kind of nice, because I like talking about feelings. We all just kind of trade within ourselves, because we all have different, you know, roles in the environment, but, yeah. Can I be done now? I gotta get back to my crops.
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead. So, Wrestler Danny, how would you feel about your military?
Well, we all fight in the military when you're a wrestler, but we don't really need to maintain loyalty with violence or anything like that, because all of us Dannies are peaceful to each other. But sometimes it can be hard to tell whether we're joking or not, but it's like hard to track this history back. I remember being a little kid learning in history class where this came from, and it was just very confusing because we all joke using non-serious violence, and I don't know whether we're all joking or not, but I think it can be cool sometimes how we all just get along.
And Wrestler Danny, are there roads and bridges of any sort?
Woo, yeah.
Oh.
We got all kinds of roads. We got bridges running through the entire empire for all of us to travel, but we all kind of prefer galloping, you know, just place to place. We don't really use the roads or bridges much unless we like walk on them.
Did you say galloping?
Yes, ma'am, galloping.
Oh. See a Danny going to their famous building in the area, the Chipotle. They come here to worship the gods and goddesses as they stay in shape. Their ideal beauty standards are different from the modern ones. They believe that bigger bodies just have more to love on them. So, their beauty standard is that they work out by eating. So, Danny, I heard that you guys invented French onion soup? Well, not exactly. We created the art of French onion soup. It's a theater game that has been passed down through many generations of Danny. It's interpretive, and we all think that we're a liquid, you know? And the last person to take their turn in the game has to dramatically choose their fate. Either you get slurped up in cold, and you get cold and grow moldy, you know? But we also created French onion soup. We do specialize in onions, though. We mainly trade onions out of the empire. We always grow in excess of them, and they're the only thing we offer for trade. But no one really wants anything else. We divide labor equally, because I mean, we divide labor equally. So we divide labor equally. We have our own jobs such as construction, farming, entertaining, but for the most part everyone does everything and they just get paid for the category they excel in, you know? Danny, I have some questions to ask you about your social structure here. Oh yeah, anything you'd like. Well, that's an interesting voice you have there, Danny. But anyway, do you guys have different jobs, anything like that? Oh, well, different Dannys have different jobs. Well, but we live in a communist structure, so we kind of all share the same status. The only Danny with a different status is Party Danny, our leader. We love Party Danny. But since he's the leader, he has a different status. We don't really have gender roles or anything, because we're all Dannys, and a Danny's a Danny, and, you know. Well, Danny, you guys have anything you worship, anything like that? Oh yeah, we have different gods. There's the god of gaming, and the goddess of comedy. Oh, and the god of trash. And what do you guys say your empire thrives off of? I think we really thrive off of comedy and theater. We're all pretty funny, I'd say.